Dolapo Omiwole is my name. I'm a law student from Kwara State University, Malete. I hold diploma in law from KAIS, Ilorin. My hobbies include playing football, traveling, meeting new people, reading, writing, and making academic researches. I'm a member of different societies that offers humanitarian service, the likes of Queen Liberty Foundation. I'm a styling counsellor at Wild Babala King Chambers, Kwasu. I'm a writer and researcher. I've written numerous articles on legal opinion and bordering issues in the society. The topic that I was being given to discuss is the distinguishing factor between tort and other legal conceptions. To start with, I'll give the definition of a tort. Tort is a civil wrong that causes a claimant to suffer loss or harm, which results in legal liability. The other conception that we shall be considering, that we shall be distinguishing from tort, are: 1, we are going to distinguish between tort and crime. 2, we distinguish between tort and contract. 3, we distinguish between tort and trust. I'll start with tort and crime. We all know that the main purpose of criminal law is to protect the interests of the society at large by punishing those found guilty of a crime, generally by means of imprisonment or fine, or sometimes both. Armed robbery, burglary, murder, rape can be categorized as a criminal act, which are purely detrimental to the society and to the public welfare. For this, a conviction for a crime is obtained by means of criminal prosecution, which is generally instituted by the state through the agency of the police. Tort, on the other hand, is a purely civil wrong which gives rise to civil proceeding not for the purpose of punishing the wrongdoer, but to give compensation for the damages which has been suffered as a result of the defendant's wrongful act. Another major distinction between tort and crime is that criminal law is well established and codified. It is well established and codified. We have criminal code in the south, then we have penal code in the north. However, tort, on the other hand, is a creature of a judicial president, modified here and there by the statute. You can see section 252, 265 of criminal code, as well as 263, 264, and 391 of the penal code for an action that could result in both crime and tort. On an important note, in criminal matters, the prosecution must prove its case beyond reasonable doubt. However, tort being a civil wrong, all that needs to be done is is based on the balance of probability. However, then we move to tort and contract. Tort is a branch of duty imposed by law, as we all know. In many instances, the party in a tort are previously unconnected. There is often no privity of contract between the two parties. Tort is concerned with protecting interests and compensating wrongs, injuries, and damages. However, contract, on the other hand, is a binding agreement between two or more parties. The main distinction between tort and contract is that in tort, the parties are primarily fixed by law, whereas in contract, they are fixed by the parties themselves. Tort and trust. So then we move to tort and trust. Tort and trust are both civil law. A trust arises in many situations where one or more party or person holds property for the benefit of another person or object. However, there is little or no difference between the legal rights and liability of trust and tort. The only difference is mainly because of history, because it was said that tort emanated from common law, while trust is from the thought of from equity, that is the chancery court. So that's the distinction between those three conceptions and the law of tort. For the next episode of this direct section, I'll be nominating Hamida Shodipe Adibola from Alekema University to discuss the case of Inakoju versus Adeleke. Thank you.